What you looking at, boy? What you looking at? I got a TKO on wherever the pool is at. What you looking at, boy? What you looking at? Got two toolies of my own, I don't need a gat. Hold up, no sir. Step up to the mic, bring me closer. Sabotage back in the lab, and to stop that you gonna have to go through both. The swole up. Anytime I pull up the bars, I buck up my shoulders and pour the heart. Word to God, my gift.
Yo, 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 it's Monday night. You know what time it is. You back once again and joining us in the knockout hour. Thank you once again for coming back. And there's some exciting news that went down this past weekend in combat sports. We're going to get into that in a little bit. As I say, I mean my co-host DMINUS, he's not here at the time right now. He may pop in later. He had to handle some things and that's fine. Some things come up in life, and you just got to keep rolling. You know what I mean? But shout out to D-, and hopefully he'll return for tonight. But when I say good news, it was exciting news. I went back and watched some good wrestling. It was not just in WWE, but all over. It was a lot of things I was able to do this weekend when it comes in regards to Icon Pro, my wrestling company. So first, before I get into all that, let's talk about my weekend. And as always, um, it was it was man, I can say one word. It was amazing. Amazing summed up what has transpired in the past week with Icon Pro Wrestling. So we're doing a donation drive, as we mentioned a couple of these past couple weeks, to try to donate for the local students and teachers in this county. I think it's a good duty and a good service of people to try to help these kids and teachers because they're not paid enough money, and sometimes they're having to get supplies for these others, the students that they have that they'll probably have it for themselves. So if we can be able to do that, that's a great cause, and it goes along with our show that we have coming up this Sunday. So with that being said, I was talking to a guy I used to be living in the same apartment building. I would say maybe 10 years ago, and he always was a manager at a lot of fast food places that was around the way. And so they have a local Popeyes chicken in Graham, North Carolina. And so, oh, Snooty Fox, I
Ooh,
told you to wait till 7:30, DC. Thank you. Appreciate it. We'll get to that in a minute. I gotta explain all that. This was all time. Anyway, so when it comes down to that, with Popeye's Chicken, he was there that day. He's a regional manager, and he stopped by that store, and I was just telling him about the donation drive when I was just in there kicking it for a minute, and the store manager was there at the time, and she overheard the conversation, and so long story short, she told me to come back, speak to her, and from that moment, it went to where their corporate decided to allow us to do a video, and they wanted to get behind us and help us with the donation drive. So just think about that. It's amazing the opportunities that God gives you, and I just want to say that I'm so grateful that God blessed this company for an opportunity like that. And so once that happened, we me and Snooty Fox. He will be on here later on around 7:30. Um, are you good, DC? I know everything's fine. Everything's fine. So when it came down to that, I reached out to my brother, my partner, my homeboy, Snooty Fox, and I said, "Hey man, I need you. It's a big opportunity for us." And of course, as the Fox always do for your boy, he showed up, and we was able to do a great um, little video for them. And so once I got on social media, my page and my phone has not been going nonstop. And I just want to thank everybody for the love y'all have given us over these past couple of days. And always, the fans of Icon Pro Wrestling, thank y'all for always just giving us an opportunity to, again, be seen in the community as pro wrestlers, and people get to meet us and take pictures. So we came together with another idea. Hey, can we do more? Of course, they want us to do more. So it was like, what can I do? And I thought about it like, hey, this is a good opportunity to meet more people. Let's set up in front of Popeyes. Let's bring some of the guys on the Icon roster so people can, again, meet us and stuff. And boy, what I mean, people donated for the schools is again amazing. Is the word that sums it all up. People just gave so many materials, and we now have so much that we're going to be able to give to these local teachers and students, and that's all in one day. So we was at one location for 2.5 hours. Then we went to another location, Alamance County. It was off Burlington Huffman Mill Road, and did the same thing there. In the same response, people just took pictures of us. We'll get into all that stuff, but it was crazy the attention we was getting. But it's all for the sake of doing it for our community, and that's to be able to give back and make sure these kids have um, enough supplies to fight the school year, just like the teachers. So that was a big part of my weekend. I was out there in that sun roasting. I got a nice tan. I don't look so light up here like I used to, so I feel good about that part. But other than that, man, we'll get to that later in the show as well. But when it comes down to combat sports this past weekend, excuse me, it was some boxing action. I wouldn't say it was anything that jumped off the page because we know that this weekend we got Canelo Alvarez fight coming up, and let's just be honest. Uh, can we say his opponent is ready at this moment in time in his career? I would think not. No, Canelo's going to definitely just win. So it's we got other fights that's coming along down the road. I don't know why this is like a rough spot. I guess because the NFL is coming back. Maybe some of the fight games is taking a back seat. I don't know. But it's or even you had to say they had some action in the Olympics when it came to judo, all sort of things. But I think what it really boils down to, like your main boxing and MMA, it was kind of one of those weekends. I was like, mm, it was one of it happens every now and again. It wasn't too much of anything to scream about. So I would just say that if you're interested, Canelo Alvarez has a fight this weekend. I think it, think you bet everything you got on him because ain't no way I don't think he's gonna lose that fight. Just like any time until we potentially get the possibility of Canelo and Crawford, which I think would never happen. But if it does, that will be one of those things where I think that the fight game will finally appreciate boxing as they do some, let's say, for the fans of MMA. Mixed martial arts always gives you pretty much the top performers against each other, and that's what the fans want. So I think that having a perfect or really highly rated record doesn't mean a lot whenever say if you do take a loss, how do you bounce back? How do you respond? Instead, you get knocked out in your career. Maybe you just done and can't find that back. So who knows? But if you want to tune into that fight, I'm not gonna lie, I'll probably just catch the highlights. I don't think I'm gonna stay up that late for that. So anyway, we're gonna get back to some wrestling, and we're gonna start off with Monday Night Raw. With Monday Night Raw, we had what a show. I was really tuned in, locked in. I watched as much as I could because here we go again. WWE. I can't wait till you go to Netflix because I really do not like the fact y'all do not put every match on Hulu. Like, come on, man, what I gotta do to get all the matches? Like, seriously. But I can't complain about the show. However, I think the show, if you were to sit there and give it a grade, grade A, because they used a lot of what happened at SummerSlam to really uh, pick up the pace. I think sometimes on Monday night because it can really drag with 3 hours of a show. So they started out really hot this weekend. So we had um, one of my guys I love, Kaiser, Ludwig Kaiser, came out there and he announces Gunther. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna know. Of course, you guys are wrestling fans that's tuning in, and to know that when Ludwig Kaiser, when he pronounces Gunther coming out, the best way to bring out someone like that, just like how Paul Heyman does for Roman Reigns. I love it, man. I really enjoy that part. I think those things of wrestling is a unique art. Now, to say Ludwig Kaiser here's a lackey, no. I think Ludwig Kaiser is going to have a great career, possibly a great, since he's on Raw, I think he'd be a great Intercontinental champion down the road. I really like him a lot. But that being said, Gunther comes out. He's the new WWE World Heavyweight Champion, and he's about to cut a promo to let people know, put people on notice. And here comes Randy Orton. Orton makes his way to the ring, and man, he looks jacked. I'm gonna say that right there, man. He's 290 pounds. I think that's the biggest he ever been weight wise in his career. Shout out to Randy Orton for the brothers at our age, 35 and up club and still in wrestling. We ain't got the youth like we used to. However, he's man, he's really committed to the gym more than he's ever had in his career. And so what these two have in a promo, they pretty much broke it down where Randy Orton exposed the fact that he knows that the fans did not see his shoulders down, which I think was a good touch. Because again, he's a veteran. He alluded to the fact that how Gunther said he's a legend, right? Yes, a modern day legend. And Randy Orton said, "You know my history and what I do with legends." I mean, again, just the subtle things that Randy does, and even Gunther in there. I think Gunther, if he can get a little bit louder or put the mic closer to his mouth, it can sound a whole lot easier to hear him because he has a good voice, has a good cadence. I just think it's hard to hear him sometimes, but he has some good words for Randy. But he accepted a rematch, so we're going to have um, Randy Orton versus the WWE World Heavyweight Champion Gunther at Bash of Berlin. This is the first time WWE's having a pay per view and I'm excited. I'm gonna be able to watch that. I'm gonna tune into that match. I think that's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be in Gunther's backyard. Have more details about that show next week, as I currently don't have the notes in front of me. But I think that show is gonna be awesome with this match right here. Could Randy Orton win his 15th World Heavyweight Championship and get closer to John Cena? As we know that John Cena is now about to, have a career finale this next run, which I think he has had one of the greatest careers of all time. Shout out to John Cena. Could Randy Orton get ever so close to getting tying his record and or beating it? I think I seen a report today from a pretty good source that says that Randy Orton just signed a long-term deal back with the WWE. So I think that's a very good thing if he does, or in there talks of that, because you want to take care of a legend like Randy Orton and make sure that he's working with the younger guys and they know how to get to the next level and achieve what he's have done. It's because especially considering a lot of the things that he went through in his younger part of his career and how he rebounded. I think he has a phenomenal story. So I'm ready for this match. You guys tune in for that. We got Sheamus versus Ludwig Kaiser. It's one of the matches I did get to see, and it was Sheamus with the win against Ludwig Kaiser. So we got Damian Priest calls out Finn Balor. Man, good promo. See, this is what I like with Damian Priest. I like this fired up, ready to drop somebody type of Damian Priest. Good job, my brother. That's how you should keep that. Keep that intensity like that. Yet Finn is doing a promo video in the back, and he shows that he's pretty much saying that you thought you was bigger than the group when nobody should be the leader. We was leaderless, and once you won the title, it changed you. Am I choosing a side on this? No, I'm not so ready to. I'm just gonna let it play out and get my opinions later. I don't want to jump the gun and just throw something out there, but I do like another great segment. I think sometimes the backstage is getting a little dry, where it's like watch and repeat. But of course, but of course, because Finn Balor cost Damian Priest the title, I'm all in for it, man. I think that's gonna be awesome. So we'll see. I think they're later made up in the show, and we'll see what went down with that as we go along really fast with Lyra Valkyria. She gets a win over Shayna Baszler via disqualification. I did not be able to see that match because Hulu did not show it. Come on, guys, get it together. Give it a couple months. Let's do this. And I want to see the matches. I really want to see the matches. All right. So yeah, CM Punk got a promo. This was pretty good. So CM Punk comes out, addresses the crowd, and what transpired at the SummerSlam. Then you had Seth Rollins coming out with that cowboy outfit on. If this may be one of those things, I'm not very um, knowledgeable about wrestling when it comes to a lot of sources of, let's say, different types like AEW. But I do believe that Hangman Page wears something similar to the getup that he had, which was a black leather cowboy suit. And CM Punk made fun of that, which I thought was hilarious. Said that, if you want to wear a cowboy suit, I'll be a Huckabee. So I thought that was pretty cool. I like me some Tombstone. So that was dope. They was about to get it on, throw some fisticuffs, squabble it out. And then you had Drew McIntyre coming down from section in the crowd to address CM Punk and get his attention. CM Punk was so ready to fight Seth Rollins that they both did not take eyes off each other. Eventually, until he started talking about the bracelet that had their dog Larry, and his wife AJ Lee. So that infuriated him. He ran up the steps. He chased him. Didn't see where he went away. However, then Bronson Reed sneak attacks Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins fights back, but then Bronson Reed lays several tsunami slams on top of Seth Rollins, and to a point where we see blood come out of his mouth. That's right, blood. Oh, my dog was acting ridiculous, but he had blood coming out of his mouth, and it was a sight to be seen. The crowd was frantic. They didn't know how to react, and that's good attention. Me and DMINUS talked a little bit about this past Saturday on the Get Money Sports Show. And so when we was watching the Get Money Sports Show, they were discussing with Bronson Reed was what direction he wanted to go with his career right now, and I think he said he's gonna call it shot. Excuse everybody. That was my dog. He wanted to say hey. So, but Bronson Reed laid waste to Seth Rollins. I thought that was really good. But my real question is, and that's what me and Nehemiah was talking about, was that what's the real direction of where they're going to go with Bronson Reed? Are we saying heavyweight champion? Do you see him in that direction? Do you see him going intercontinental champion? The question to me is really are are you the right guy at this time with all the other things that's going on is the real question. It should he be a champion? Of course. I just think there's so much going on that where is his placement with this? So we'll find out as things go on. I know that can't speak for D minus because again, we'll be able to discuss this. We'll table this conversation because I do think a lot about Bronson Reed's abilities and how far he can go. But we'll just stay tuned to see where it happens after that. Then we had the New Day versus AOP, another match I didn't see, and it was the New Day with the win with Kofi Kingston returning, as far as I know, because they didn't show me the match. And then you had the Awesome Truth. They went against A Town Down Under. I think A Town Down Under is definitely from SmackDown, but however, they do come to Monday night and they get the win over the Awesome Truth. So then you had Damian Priest. That other match, I couldn't see that. So Damian Priest comes out against JD McDonough. Man, that was a good match for even someone like JD McDonough. I was really impressed. I like what he was doing. Really good, um, really good offense. And then he was just willing to go toe to toe with Damian. He was striking him. But man, even better job by Damian Priest just firing up, showing that intensity, that rate. I like it a lot. Like man, these boys are cooking. I think that it's like to know that the group was finally starting to have some problems, and now you're starting to see a little bit. If you say it was an egg, that boiled egg is starting to crack. You see the cracks of everything starting to really break down in every part of the story of these things that's going on. And so then you had a disqualification win for Damian Priest because then Finn Balor comes in, attacks him. Then it gets to a point where Dirty Dom is on top of Damian Priest, and then Rhea Music's hit as Lil Morgan's in the ring. As they're trying to hightail out of there, man, she was about to beat the brakes off of her and put her through a table. But Damian Priest, I mean, not Damian Priest, excuse me, my man Dirty Dom saves her from going through a table. But yet, um, man, I like the fact that they're keeping Rhea and Damian together for right now. That's pretty dope. Um, I think people have to realize this. Now, here's what I'm gonna go with how they turn things without people kind of noticing. And if you did, that's great. I think this is what I see. Damian Priest and Rhea with Edge when they first started this group was not meant to be a group that you was supposed to like or love and adore. And it got that way sometimes because I don't think they really even hated Judgment Day. Now the thing that they came in as heels, so to speak, and now they got turned on by they got kicked out of their group because they felt like they was more the stars compared to say, okay, so compared to say that how did that make them better off that they was being selfish instead of being there for the team? So if Finn Balor is saying that, that means technically he is more say on the gooder end of it because he's worried about the group instead of worrying about individual pride. So the real question is Damian Rhea really should be cheered for why they're not in the group no more? See, I think people don't think about that sometimes. I think that's a really different perspective that we don't even open that door to because we see him what we see him, but what's really behind that? Who's really the better side of this thing? We'll see as we flow because I think some people can really kind of find that out as the same way I do. And then you could just call that back like, dang, TKO said something about that. So we got Io Sky versus Sonya Deville. I like Io Sky. She comes out with the win. Not a match I didn't get to say. And then we had the YS6. We had the debut of three of the guys going against American Made, the new group that was Chad Gable and the Creed brothers going against the YS6, which is Husky Harris, the buzzer, and then you had the Rabbit. I think that was the three guys. So and of course, the return to Redbeard, and he did a moment where he was paying respect and homage to Bray Wyatt. It was just a really emotional match, and I think that it was a really good debut. I think a lot of people are being critical about it, saying, "Hey, why were they doing this so soon?" Well, they got to wrestle sometime. You can't just keep doing all story and no substance. They had to start leading towards something, and I think that was a good way of introducing them in a matchup on TV. Really good job. So when that closed the show, they closed it out. Um, Great job, I think, as a whole show as a performance, as it worked. I think it was really good how it was put together. So excellent job. I enjoyed it. So if y'all didn't get a chance to watch that, please go back and watch that after you watch Monday Night Raw tonight, which they're back on the USA Network after a couple of weeks. I think it was two weeks at least. They was out there on Sci-Fi Network because of the Olympics. And shout out to Team USA's men's and women's basketball team. I watched them games yesterday. Oh, yesterday, women's and the men's game before that. Oh man, what? Shout out to France. Like, dude, great matchups. They just put it all out there and laid it on the line. And hey, we came out on both sides of that with the victory. And just hey, shout out to USA, but not at France. That they did a heck of a job. I was saying 4 years with Wemby being from there, we're gonna have a problem. Houston, we're going to have a problem. So but no, it was really good games. And shout out to that. Everyone in the Olympics. And for all the nations that competed, I would say from the knockout hour, we love you, adore you from all the countries. I love the pride of all the man, just seeing their faces out there when they win, and they know that people back home is rooting for them, the family they love, and all that. Oh man, love it, love it. So, well, make sure that I hope to God everybody gets home safe and they be able to spend time with their family as they been over there in France the past couple of weeks and training for years for those moments. And the ones that didn't, safe journeys as well. Just enjoy the ride. All right, so there we had Friday night SmackDown, and uh, I think this show was pretty good as well. Um, I think they were trying to work on establishing different matchups that we haven't seen. It didn't come out so much as all the fire that Monday Night Raw has had, but I think too with 3 hours, you gotta make sure again you keep people on their toes. They're not asleep. You gotta wake them up. And I think that on Monday night they did that. So on Friday night SmackDown, you had A Town Down Under versus Street Profits for the qualifying match to get an opportunity for the tag team titles. And it's been a long time since the Street Profits have had a gold, and they mentioned that knowing that the Bloodline was still on Friday night SmackDown and how they're gonna do whatever it takes to get the gold back because they want the smoke, and they got out there. They got busy, they got active, and they come out with the win over A Town Down Under. So shout out to the Street Profits. Love those guys. I think they did a good job in this matchup. Keep the crowd. And Dawkins looks. Like again, a superstar, man. Like, why are we not giving this man a single titles run? I think that we should see a run sometime in the near future. Come on, we gotta have that. But shout out to them, and it was a good matchup. So we had Jade Cargo, and she was backed up by Bianca Belair, and we had Alba Fire in the ring, one half of the women tag team champions, and you had Jade Cargo doing light work of Alba Fire, and then yet you had Bianca Belair, oh no, excuse me, Bianca Belair in the ring when she was celebrating with Jade, and they jumped them, and then yet here come Blair Davenport to be able to try to come assist the tag team champions and then tag team women champion, excuse me. And then you had Naomi's music hit, she hits the ring in a clear house. And the Soul Sister Express was out there representing. I would say, let's say Jade Cargill. Let's go ahead and get to that. They have sat there and spent so much effort and time to make sure that she is the superstar she claims to be because she is one big part of the women's division going forward. And I think that match is really good. I think it's good that they are putting them more on TV to have TV matches. She needs as many as she can to make the bigger moments really matter. Um, I think that not bad at all. I think even Alba Fire did a great job. She was really smooth with her too. So I had a good job enjoying that matches. And so we're gonna go ahead and go to the next one. The Andre Idolo. Thank you, sir. Andre Idolo had a match against Santos Escobar, the 41st number one contendership for the U.S. Championship, and Santos Escobar comes out with the win. Then you had Pretty Deadly go against DIY for another one where it's the number one contendership opportunity, and DIY comes out to win. And then we had the Bloodline come to the ring. Solo Sikoa says, if you want to be the tribal chief, come and get it. And then you had the return on Friday Night SmackDown Roman Reigns. And he came out there whooping some candy tail. Ladies and gentlemen, the tribal chief, the one we acknowledge here on the Knockout Hour, your tribal chief, our tribal chief, the original tribal chief is back in WWE. And he was out there to let Solo knows that it's on like a pot of neck bones. And I can't wait until we see where this goes the next following SmackDown. And man, we already know that that the road they're on, but we gotta wait till we see how it really unfolds. Let's get the mileage. Let's get the cross country. You know what I mean? Let's go ahead and see if we can put 200,000 miles on this story because I'm ready to be a part of all that it is with the Bloodlines story right now. So right now, before we get to this segment, I'm gonna go ahead and try to do the top five power rankings really quick. Right now, I'm gonna have at number five WWE Intercontinental Champion Braun Breaker. I think that his matchup tonight against Sami Zayn, 2 out of 3 fall matchup. Check that out tonight on the USA Network. I think it's gonna be a good match, but I think he will retain. And then you got Damian Priest. I like the fire. I like the intensity. Just because he's not champion doesn't mean he didn't bring it, and he's right there, number four for me right now. And then you got the World Women's Heavyweight Champion, Liv Morgan. I think she's still doing a good job as being champion. And I think she has a big target on her back, and I think she can really, really do her thing. And then you got undisputed WWE champion Cody Rhodes. I don't think he's um, too far off from getting past Kevin Owens because we also had that. I'm announced that too. I'm sorry, Cody Rhodes will go against uh, Kevin Owens, and that will be at Bash of the Berlin as well. And then I have at number one the World Heavyweight Champion Gunther. Enough said. That's that dude. All right. So we got that over with the recent news of WWE. But now, this latter half of the show, we're going to concentrate more on two big things. And the first part is Icon Pro Wrestling. And the second thing is my man, my homie, my boy, my brother. My man, ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to bring to you, everybody, someone that has been up and down the roads here in the United States. And he's been a powerhouse. He's been champion so many organizations. We give him time to go ahead and let him tell you. But this is my man, my partner, my homeboy, Devon Brigsby. It's the man, Snooty Fox. We got Snooty Fox here on the
Oh,
Knockout Hour. What's up, my
what's
brother?
man? I'm just living, man. I'm living a dream, living the life. You already know,
Yes, sir, man. I see you got the Carolina on. Shout out to
man.
Carolina
I mean,
UNC
why,
all day.
why not? I mean, why not, man? We out here, we discussing wrestling, we discussing things that we achieved. So I
Mhm.
figured I might as well put the gold on my shoulder.
Yes, sir. Represent all day. So everybody out here, like I said, if you're tuning in, you're listening. If you're watching this, my homeboy Snooty Fox. And so we're gonna get into a little quick little moment where we're just gonna dive into his career. So a lot of people out here tuning in, listening. I told you off air earlier, but uh, us being, say again, I'm TKO out here in the indie scene. A lot of people don't know that indie scenes means you independent. You're not really signing a contract that's obligating you not to be anywhere. You can be what you kind of want to be. And this is where you can find your next WWE, AEW, Impact stars or on these locations. So anywhere you are in your local town, please check out and see where there are wrestling promotions that you can go to and enjoy yourselves and have a good time. Because one thing I know is my man Snooty Fox right over here brings them out and he has a good time and you will enjoy his matches. So
That's
let's
right.
start off with where did your when it comes down to wrestling, what would your fondest first memories as wrestling in your life?
Mm, I mean, if I'm gonna be completely honest, man, my fondest memories they started in the beginning. Cause like I started off hot, as you know, and we'll let the fans know. During training, it started off with a security gig. You know, it was so popular with the people that they had to do something with. You know, we had to let this dude go. He on
Right.
fire. You know, just as a security guard standing by, running in every now and then. It's like this dude got some, and you know, it went from there. So
Mm,
immediately, before I was even fully ready to go, I was in Shakara Pro, you know? I mean, and
mm.
that was big for me, like for that to be the first movement I ever made. You know what I mean?
Oh
So
yeah.
I mean that was one of the first things that came to mind, but like the thing that gives me chills is the next one. Chapel Hill, you was there. The walls
Hmm.
was shaking, like it was crazy, like it was fully loaded, man, and they was
Hmm.
ready to go. Like it was all about hard work, and you was included in that. You know, you was out there with me. You know,
Oh yeah.
so
And speaking of which, like when it comes to training, because a lot of people don't know that a lot of us is in indies, even the people you see on TV, we all do train together in some type of
that's
way.
what,
We all have a connection because it isn't like I'm out here telling some that people don't know, but iron sharpens iron. And then also iron, you got to have people to wield that iron together. So
that's right,
for us, you know what I mean, when it comes to our training, can you tell them a little bit about your training? How hard would it say for you, someone that coming in at let's just say the age you did come in, how did your experience for training, like how did that go for you?
man. You know, man, I ain't gonna even tell y'all no lie. I was built for this. You know, from birth, like I was set out to do this. Like I remember, you know, getting in fights with my cousins. Like they want to watch fishing, I want to watch wrestling. We
Yeah.
about to we about to do something about that. You know what I mean? So like that
Mhm.
just gives you like a little bit of like how motivated I've been from the beginning to do this. So I gave the same energy to training. I got a little gnat around me. Yeah, I'm sweating. Get old. But
Get
yeah,
on now.
hey, I wrestle gnats too. You feel me? Like they can get it. But yeah, no, from the beginning, like man, you know, I don't know. It just went forward with all the energy I have now and the way that I feel. So I went in and put everything I had in the training. It didn't matter, you know, the age. I know I started a little later, but you know, that motivated me a little bit more because I know I gotta fight harder than everybody else. And I feel like I did a whole lot coming in as late as I did. You know what I mean? So I'm blessed, and I love the career that I've had so far, and there's so much more to come.
Oh yeah, I can totally agree because me and you are fathers. We have kids, and a lot of people know that we always put our kids first. That's one thing that
That's right.
everybody knows. So knowing that, like even me and you, we had a lot of our real lives before we came into wrestling.
That's right.
And a lot of things is different now with wrestling. No disrespect to these other young guys out here in the game, but some of them didn't have to experience that at that point in their career and had to balance that out. So when we found our way, it was again because we were born for this
That's right.
and because we excel at this. I'm gonna be honest, like people think I'm talking smack. I'm not. Me and this man right here, what I mean that when we combine together in these matches, you should see the magic that we have made for
Mm,
those folks out there that is sitting there waiting for, I mean, again, two brothers like ourselves out there just waiting for to hit a 3 count. Cause they know when they see us, and individually or together, they know how hard we work to be where we are to be seen in front of you guys. So I think a
that's right.
lot of people in this game that has seen you perform, they appreciate you and they love you. And that's why I think is the most important thing too, because why? Is the example of the person that you are. And I just want to give you that your flowers because a lot of people don't recognize all the hard work you put into this business to even be at those shows to bless them that night.
That's right.
So
That's right. Hey, look, and I want to throw that right back. I appreciate and love them. It's all about, the emotion we can create in the fans. When we in the streets, we out here like the donation stuff we did. We creating emotions. We're making people understand it's not just about us and what we out here doing in the ring. We got a bigger purpose too. You know what I mean? And like that's one of my biggest targets in life, man. I love it. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, we definitely gonna have time. We're gonna get silly about that. Talk about
I know. Not the oil of the baby.
all of the baby.
Yes, sir. Uh,
See people. Oh, we'll talk about that.
well, yeah, give me a minute.
All
What's
right. So we're gonna get back to this part. All right, we got a couple more minutes before we're gonna pivot and talk about what's gonna come up this featuring this whole week. We got a lot of things coming up for Icon Pro. We're gonna get into that in probably about 3 to 5 minutes. But the go back to your career. So I would say, what has been your biggest matchup to date? Like when you're saying, hey, because we all got those dream matches in our mind, but when it comes down to the moment you were there, from the moment you left the match, what was that one match you just like, man, that was the one right there. That's my whole career in that one match.
that's a hard one, man. You know, it's
Yeah.
hard.
So far, I ain't saying that like we still got a lot to go. I know that, but I'm saying so far, what was that
So,
one match for you that's like that's it?
man, I would have to say, I wrestled the bar. You know what I mean?
The
I
burb.
wrestled the bar. I remember as a kid going to Dorton Arena with my brother. He taking me to the events, and I was
Mhm.
scared to go to the bathroom. Had to pee. And I'm like, maybe he's in there. You know what I mean? And I'm in the ring with this man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
so that was dope for sure. But there's so many other matches I could add to the list, and I'm just blessed, bro.
That's what's up. I would say one for me was the one with me and Elise won the Canola Brothers Tag Team Tournament.
Mm,
Which is
yeah,
the pictures up here. That was my first like second championship I won in like 2 weeks tag team. But man, that moment, man, it was just like we won the match for to win the championships, then win the whole tournament, bro.
mm.
Oh, that right there, that was one of the ones. All right, I'm done. Y'all can go
No,
ahead and hang it up.
yeah, I was there. That was definitely a dope moment for real. That
Bro,
was.
that was man, that was something. But I would say when it comes to your career, and there's plenty left in store, and we're gonna get to what's gonna happen this Sunday coming up. But what would you say is one of your bigger goals moving forward at this point? So now you achieved so much, you got so much more you wanted to achieve. But right now, what is your direction where you think you're going to wrestle?
Man, I mean, honestly, man, I'm a religious man. God got the wheel, so
Man,
I'm going a direction I'm being pointed towards. I know it ain't gonna last forever. We get older. And it's our bodies can only take so much. But if it's left up to me, I just I want to go as long as I can, and then like when it's all said and done, I want to just get back to the training, position. You know what I mean? I want to do something to remain in wrestling, and help up and comers and people who want to learn.
No doubt, man. As it always, we know that before that giving back is the most important part in this wrestling business. You can go out here and you can try to take so much, you know what I'm saying, and you can be left with nothing at the end because all you wanted to do was take. And I think that's important that people always got to realize to always try to give back to the wrestling people folk. That means come down to shaking those hands, taking care
Right.
of that veteran in the ring, taking care of that other partner in the ring. Because people got to realize this about this game. I'm trying to win this match. If I hurt you, by all means, hey, it happens. But in no means I'm trying to sit there and do something to you that's going to put you in harm's way. That
That's
am
right.
trying to hurt you. You know what I mean? It's a part of the business, but please understand, like this man said, when we're in there, we're living out our dreams just like you are. So the best thing you always do is make sure you take care of that buddy in that ring too. It's about the win. It's not about out there hurting folks. So
That's right.
please, if you're out there not trained, if you're not taking the time to know what you should do as a performer, I advise you, please go find that out soon as possible. Because if you enter the ring with TKO and you don't know what you're doing, you're gonna find
What?
out real quick. You
Oh,
ain't, yeah. This
that's
ain't
right,
you can't play wrestling just like you can't play boxing. You ain't gonna play
bro.
me. So
That's a bad idea to get it at. What?
oh boy, you gonna
Sheesh.
get that, you get it. You know what I mean? So
You
I would
said that.
advise folks, you know what I'm saying, that you better watch yourself. I know you love this game, but hey, please respect this like I respect you. Like I'm not taking a shot, just letting you know how I really did, baby.
That's
I mean,
right.
I don't wear gloves or ring for my protection. That's all I'm saying. But anyway, anyway, so we're gonna go ahead and do this right here. The segment. Thank you so much for you sharing your story about your career. I know that I'm not a great interviewer, but we're gonna get better as we keep cooking, as these weeks keep going and the numbers keep going up. I can only sit there and thank you guys for tuning in and making me being able to have this opportunity to bring Snooty Fox to you guys because check him out. We'll be able to get his socials at the end of the show. He got merch to sell. Definitely got that. He got shows. He's booked in your local town. You may not know, or you can call those local promoters. Like, hey, I want that man Snooty Fox I seen on the Knockout Hour show. You know what I mean? So please, if you can, reach out to the promoters and then reach out to my man Snooty Fox as he'll give you the social media plugs to find him, find out where the next place is at, and get some of that merchandise. Buy that.
That's right.
Pay. Hey, you gotta pay for it. Buy it now. Buy it. Buy it now.
Don't do it.
Buy
Don't do it.
it.
Hey, mess with you, bro.
All right, man. We go. I ain't gonna do it. I was, man. But DC, if you do have the photos up, could you start kicking them out if you do have them? Yes, my man. Hey, everybody,
Bingo.
y'all need to holler at B Fam a radio, man. That's my man DC, the best man in the game. Love this guy. So here we go. We have Icon Pro Wrestling presents the Back to School Donation Drive. Supplies for students and supplies for teachers. See, right here at Icon Pro, 3. It's our 3rd year anniversary. Me, Snooty Fox, have been sitting here working tirelessly out here in this community with several other wrestlers like TNT Taylor. Shout out to Nick Richards. Shout out to Kazi. Shout out to Josh Bear. Shout out to so many guys that was able to be there with us. K Killer was there. But we had the opportunity, like I mentioned earlier in the show, to be at Popeyes. So one location, we was able to be there at 2 o'clock, noon this past Sunday up to 2 p.m., but we stayed at 2:30 because we were having such a good time.
I
It was
swear.
and then so we was at the other one in the Burlington Grand Huffmanville Road location. And as always, we had a great time over there too, just showing up, showing out. But that's what we was there for a purpose. And thank you from the bottom of our hearts here at Icon Pro Wrestling for everyone that gave and donated supplies and so many other things to make sure these kids can knock out the school year. It's
Mm.
amazing to think, right, Snooty? It's like amazing to think that a place Popeyes just being so nice and open to us about just giving us a chance. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. We gonna keep talking about it. But one thing for is that must see event because it's Icon Pro 3, baby. It's our 3rd year anniversary. And it's only $10. That's right, $10. And you can get in the building. And it's this Sunday.
Mm.
This Sunday. Ladies and gentlemen, you can go ahead and get your tickets now on eventbrite.com. It's right there on the bottom of the flyer. You can check out the link. Type that into your phone. Get your tickets now because I honestly believe we're going to set a record of how many people. We set a record last show. And we're going to set a record this show. I promise you. You know
That's
why?
right.
Because we worked hard to make sure every single individual seen us, know us, talk about us. Yes, you seen us on the street selling it.
Ah, hey,
Out there selling it. Why? You know, when I mean selling, I'm saying we show you the body. We out there showing everything we can. Why? We're doing it for the donations. So
give me the money.
just give it to me. Give it to me now. And so we're gonna get to the first matchup
Bro.
that we've got right
Oh,
here.
okay. Okay.
We got
With
my
you.
man. We got the Kamikaze Kid. He's coming back to Burlington, North Carolina. One of the CWF like man, one of the people well beloved the CWF, and he's back. We brought him back, and he's going against someone that's been on the podcast many times, and he's a big time fan of the people of Icon. Ladies and gentlemen, we got Chris TNT Taylor, and they're one-on-one action. It's on like a pot of neck bones. It's on. That's what we get.
Not them bones.
Bones, and then so we got another matchup. And this man right here, the ace God, Eric Royal, my trainer. And he's going against Waylon Mays. That's right, the ping pong master, Waylon Mays, going against Eric Royal. What? Y'all ain't ready for
Mm.
this? This matchup is going to be insane. And you know why? It's two men that's wearing shades. So you never know.
That's right. That's for real though.
And so we have the young upstart hot super stud himself, BK Westbrook, and he's going against my man Chance Sterling because hey, he's different. This match right here is a must-see main event that could go up and down the roads up here in the United States of America. So, ladies and gentlemen, do not miss your chance to see these competitors fight it
Please.
out this Sunday. What a matchup! Hey, take my money, match. Take my money, and I'm gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? So then we got the Alpha Wolf Kent Wolf versus SoFly Manny Lowe. Man, I tell you right here, these two gentlemen, Manny Lowe is smooth out there, brother. Even though I got a problem with you, still got a problem with you, man. But I can't deny that boy is fly. Hey, I'm out there selling it. So, and then you got, but they got Alpha Wolf and everybody loving my man Ken Wolf. And then, oh yeah, we got
Uh-oh.
Black This Jack. Oh man, I had to handle that business. You know what, ladies and gentlemen, I think I've seen the footage. We wanted to put it back out there, but he's going against the one and only Snooty Fox. The one
Yeah,
and only.
boy.
It's going down.
I
Y'all
swear.
seen Snooty Fox gave him the spear, and he let him know in the video. He said August the 18th, it's on, and that's what we did here at Icon Pro. We're not like boxing. We don't hold back no fights. No, 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 no. If you want that smoke, oh baby, you're gonna get that smoke here at Icon Pro. Please believe that. And that's what we're gonna have with Snooty Fox and everything. Oh, why I do that every time with me? We got TKO and my brother, my other partner in them, Cameron Grimes, Cameron Hughes, excuse me, K Killer,
Not Grimes.
not Grimes, not yet. But we got my man K Killer, and we're going against Moses Ireton and Baby Lotion Brown. Look here, fellas, it's not going to be a good match for you. I'll tell you that right now. Because I come in there to celebrate. And when I do that, I tend to have a knockout performance. So, bro, you better guard your grill. We can keep it moving along. Now, we have our first ever tag team champions of Icon Pro Wrestling. That is Don Petty and Jamal the Titan. And they'll be taking on two young upstart and comers, Carter Swift and Mar DeVille. Now, Carter Swift, a couple months back, I think, yeah, last year at the Dream Center, Don Petty did him dirty. And you know what he issued that he stepped up to the challenge that they laid out there to say they'll take the opportunity. And this will be DeVille's debut. That's right, Mar DeVille. He's getting a lot of attention on social media. Let's see if these two young upstarts can show up and show out. And so we go right here. We got the back to school donation drive, like we mentioned earlier. And the things that we're doing out here to try to make sure that we do for our community is nonstop efforts. So if you want to be able to donate, please hit us up in our email. That's Icon Pro Wrestling LLC. In order to know ways you could probably be able to donate school supplies for Alamance County in North Carolina. I know a lot of people out here have seen reports or heard reports about what happened with our school system not taking care of the babies because because honestly, no, I'm serious about this one part because this fires me up. I'm a body slam this situation. So we both sit here and care about our children and to know that
Assurance.
our children's, you know what I'm saying? And so to know that these two, I mean, these people that's in the school board don't care for our kids as much as they say they do. You know why? Because they sitting here having these issues with mold and all that and don't want to sit here and pay for it. They want to hide it underneath the rug for all these years. And then now it's got exposed and you got caught booty ball naked. Got caught. Yes, ma'am.
Not
Got
booty
caught
ball naked.
booty ball naked. Because you know why? It's ridiculous the things you do to put money in your pocket and be corrupt and steal from the people of this city. So if you have anything in your heart that's negative, say if you oppose what we do as to be out here on these streets of
Mm,
Graham, North Carolina.
boy, just say that.
No, I mean for wrestling, of course, we're out here at Popeyes and
Mm,
over here at the Popeyes in Burlington. I'm being funny, everybody. I like
boy,
to have
it's a
fun.
backstory. It's a backstory.
We goofy like that, man. I mean, again, when me and the Fox together, we have a good time, man. And I
Yeah, it's
enjoy the
always gonna be like that.
oh, Eric, yeah, man. We goofy like that when it comes to each other. So the thing is that we have negativity because there was some people that try to be negative, and that you know what, we just move along.
That's it. Kept
We
it
keep it
going.
pushing. We keep it pushing, baby. You know why? You cannot stop what God has for us, and this is
That's
God's
right.
intended plan for us is to be out there and help the people as much as we can.
Mm,
Now, when we was out there, I tell you though, I never felt so alive in this wrestling business as I had like that day because I felt like we was fighting for a bigger cause than a match or a championship. We were fighting for our kids. And
that's
that's
right.
to make sure that they have what they need again for the other people in this community. And what an awesome way to kick off. Like say, we're going to be back at Popeyes in Graham and in Burlington, North Carolina, this Saturday, noon to 2 p.m. in Graham, 3 to 5 p.m. in Burlington, North Carolina.
And
Please
we
come out.
also gonna have the oil of the baby
All
out
of
there.
the baby, all of the
Oh,
all
boy,
right,
we gonna be
y'all.
out there greasy, boy, like Popeye's chicken. You
Greasy.
feel me?
Hey, we were see now I realize why we was rotisserie out there because my
That's
skin
yeah.
is brown all over, bro. I'm
That's
like,
why you. That's why you.
woo.
Ah, boy, that oil had us on fire there, boy. Can we get some more water, Popeyes?
I see that.
Please.
No, Papa, no. Don't, they the second one they looked out for sure. Cause
They
I was
they
like,
took care. Of
oh
yeah,
man,
they did.
and then man, y'all just don't know, man. Like for everybody out there, again, it's a partnership. They're helping us with this donation. Okay. Um, if I'm in a movie soon, I know people like, oh my God, you're gonna be in a movie. I'm like, no, we're not. But you know what I'm saying, if it rolls that way, bet, you know what I'm saying? Please get us in the movie role. We can do a buddy cop movie. We can do
I
that.
swear.
Yeah, hey, y'all looking for Martin Lawrence and Will Smith.
Snooty
Let's do
Fox Cop Part Two.
it. Exactly. But hey, I don't know what we call ourselves. Bad man, bad man. What you gonna do What you gonna do? Would you catch a backhand? Oh, see, came over with the song. You catch that?
The Boski.
Anyway, we're gonna wrap up this show. We got 5 minutes left, but before we had these 5 minutes left, let's go ahead and get our game face on. So, all right, me and you both have real serious matchups this weekend. Now I know that last show that you came out and helped me against Blackness, and I know that one thing, man. I'm gonna tell you, though, I'm gonna be honest. You're going to have to get him, bro. Like he really tried to do everything he can to stop me, and man, he can be a dangerous man. However, I know you're a better man than him. So for everybody out there, you got 1 minute. We're gonna call this a final testament, like we had before in the previous shows. You got 1 minute to send a quick message to let Blackers know what's gonna happen this Sunday.
Man, I got just a few simple words to say. Blackness Jack, you and your boy, y'all tried to press my man. You thought it was gonna be simple. Like we don't do that. So on the 18th, on a Sunday, what when I should be in church, I'm about to give you an old fashioned Joe Jackson. I'm gonna edit myself, but y'all already know he got a whooping coming. He got a whooping coming.
Yes, sir. And then we got a second. I'm sorry, I did not see this message. Thank you for that, my man, because it's about to go down. If you could, DC, could you show the Popeyes video? I'm sorry, this is my
Mm.
mistake. This is on me.
You
Hey,
already know, of course. You know we gotta
What
go check out how
you
y'all
do?
doing. Doing good, doing
We
good.
out
Hey,
here.
we're here on the behalf of Icon Pro Wrestling because Popeye's Chicken is helping us out with our back to school donation drive. We're doing that for Icon Pro Wrestling. Boom, right here. And if you can drop them off at your local location in Alamance County anytime leading up to next Sunday, August the 18th. Right here.
And also on the 18th, your boy Snooty Fox, along with TKO and a whole gang of your favorite wrestlers, will be at the Positive Attitude Youth Center doing what we do best, put hands on faces. So come on out, come to Popeyes, donate, 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 because at the end of the day, the most important thing to me, and I know I can speak for my brother, is the kids.
I swear
yeah.
for Lord.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. If you like what you've seen, if you didn't get a chance to see the video, if you're just watching on your social media devices, check out Icon Pro Wrestling LLC on Instagram and Facebook because it's on and popping at Popeyes. You know what it means. We told you the location this Saturday, Graham, North Carolina, from noon to 2 p.m. and in the Burlington location on Huffman Road from 3 to 5. This has been the Knockout Hour. We're going to go ahead and get to social media real quick. Snooty Fox, give them your social media and so they can find you, so they can buy your merchandise and check out Snooty Fox.
So you can just go to Facebook, look me up, Snooty Fox, with 2 X's. Like it's Fox. You feel me?
I
At
know,
Snooty Fox. So yeah, it's all good. It's all good. At Snooty Fox on IG, at Snooty Fox on Twitter. 2009 at the end, man. Check me out. It's all kind of stuff coming your way. We got new merch coming. We got so many plans for the kids, man. Check me out. Check out Icon Pro on the 18th. Like, man, be there.
Yes, indeed. Thank you so much, my brother. And I'm TKO. I try to do what I can, man. You know, just try to be a father of the year. And I'm in heavy competition with this guy. But I'll tell you
Y'all,
though, but you can check me out on my socials, TKO336 on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. You can check me out as Teddy Ireland Jr. on Facebook, excuse me, on that part. And then you can check out my company, Icon Pro Wrestling LLC. That's on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. Don't be a stranger, be a friend. Don't waste your time sitting there looking around to be like, hey, how can I contribute? Hit us up at Icon Pro Wrestling LLC for these kids if you want to donate. Now, we're going to go ahead and let you guys get on to Monday Night Raw on the USA Network. Go check that out. Thank you, DC, for being the best producer ever. And thank you, Snooty Fox, for being on the show tonight. We'll catch you next
anytime, brother.
Monday. Oh, yeah, man, no doubt. Check out Icon Pro Wrestling. We're at Graham Hovedale Road. It's Icon Pro 3. And we're going to be out. I'll holler at y'all boys and ladies and gentlemen. Kids and all y'all. Love y'all.
Boy, what
Shout out.
you looking at? I got got a TKO on wherever the pool is at. What you looking at, boy? What you looking at?
See the picture? You seen it?
Give me Derrick, baby.
Hold up, no sir. Step into the mic, bring me closer. Sabotage back in the lab and stop that you don't have to go through both the slow.
Boy, I
Anytime I
can't.
pull up the bars, I pick up my shoulders and pour the heart. Word to God, my